Otto Porter is going to be the best player all the time to ever average 13 points a game. I know it's not sounding like a lot, but this man does almost everything possible on a basketball court. He does it effectively, efficiently, and he can do basically everything. He is going to be a future 50, 40, 90 player, and this man does not get that much respect in the NBA community. He is a great player, but people just don't respect this man. I don't understand why. It's kind of crazy how someone can be so efficient, so effective, but not get enough respect. I know that Otto Porter doesn't get as many touches as he should. I know he's not a creator, he's not like a major playmaker on that team, but if you get him open, if you run plays for him, he will make his shots. He'll make layups, he'll make threes, he'll do anything you ask him to. He's a great player, and no one's ever talking about this guy. It's always John Wall, Bradley Beal, Marcin Gortat, Markieff Morris, even Kelly Oubre and Boban Bogdanovic are getting more attention than this man, and I think he's what holds this Wizards team together. He's the one that played the most defense on their starting lineup. He's the one that brought their team together. He's like kind of like the peanut butter and you're like peanut butter and jelly sandwich, like John Wall and Bradley Beal are like the bread, maybe like Markieff Morris or Marcin Gortat's the jelly, but Otto Porter's the peanut butter. He holds them all together, and this man needs more respect, so give him that respect on his name, Alright, the next player is going to be Mike Conley. Alright, I know some people are going to say Mike Conley is always underrated, but I believe he is. He's the best player to never make an All-Star game. I know he's paid $30 million a year, highest player paid in the NBA, but come on. Everyone on this Grizzly team is disrespected. Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph, they're all disrespected every year, and people have no faith in them. But they're good. Mike Conley's the respect that he deserves, just like every other player on this list. He averages a solid 20 points a game, with about 7 assists. He is a facilitator. He's the main player in this Memphis offense, and he is the creator for them. He is a big-time shot maker when they need him to be. I think it was game 4 in the Memphis series. Him and Kawhi Leonard just went back and forth. They were both making key shot after key shot, and Conley was the one that was holding him in that game. He was the one that was making every shot that he needed to. He was making every play he needed to. He was making the Grizzlies offense run. He was the player that they needed, and he stepped up in big moments. He is always a very consistent player. He's not flashy. He doesn't have big shoe brand deals. He is not the most outspoken player. He's humble. He's well-spoken, and people don't respect that. They like these flashy, outspoken players, but you gotta have some respect for this man, Mike Conley. Alright, right here is one of my favorite players in the NBA. Kemba Walker is one of the most explosive point guards in the league, and he is just a crazy ball handler. He does not get credit for his handles at all in the league. I think he's a top 5 ball handler in the league, just the way he moves so quickly. If you watch Kemba Walker play, he is so quick. He'll cross this way, and then I don't know how he doesn't cross and break his ankle. He breaks other people's ankles, and I don't understand how he does it. And he is the main player on this Charlotte Hornets offense. He is the only reason that they're even halfway decent. I think the Hornets would be the worst team in the league without him by far. Kemba Walker is the best player on the team, and he might not lead them to wins by himself. He might need another player or two. He might need another scorer just as good as him, when he had Al Jefferson, but he needs more respect, and he needs I don't know, he he needs y'all to respect this man more. He is a crazy handler, great facilitator, decent defender, and he is just an overall great player. He needs this respect. Come on, guys, just give it to him. Alright, I know this video is called Top 3 Most Underrated Players in the League, but I had to add this man, Nikola Jokic, in here, because he is a phenomenal big that averages 5 assists a game, or near that. He is a great rebounder, great scorer. He is the future for this Denver Nuggets team. He almost single-handedly brought him in the playoffs with him and all the great veterans they have on that team. And he is just a crazy player. If you've watched some of his highlights and watched him play, he's like one of the Gasol brothers on steroids, basically. Like, I think that he is a future Gasol brother. Like, but his last name's not Gasol, but he's a future Gasol brother, and he is like near that play. He's shooting threes out there at a high percentage. He's a great mid-range shooter, great passer, great scorer, great rebounder, decent defender. Like, there's nothing else you could ask from a center like this. And he is really bringing on this new age of centers where they can do everything. They're fast, they're quick, they can bring it up the court. And he's just bringing on this new age of centers. Him, Karl Anthony Towns, Marcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, they're all just great, amazing new centers. But I got to tip my hat off to Nikola Jokic because he is an extraordinary player, and I don't think that he gets the credit that he deserves, even though he's getting more and more credit when people realize that he's a great player. But comment your opinions on my list. Comment what you think. Comment who you think is underrated. Comment how bad my list is. But comment, like, subscribe, and peace.